Yes, good evening, and thank you for viewing another day or another week of United in Peace Inc.'s Bradley's Report. You know, a wonderful thing happened today when I saw that Steve Harvey was talking with Trump, and it was real interesting
Steve, everybody knows Steve Harvey.
to me. So, would you take a listen to this?
Having fun? Sure. Steve just came up to say hello. Steve?
Mr. Trump, Mr. Trump, can I ask you, sir, how concerned are you some of your cabinet nominees are speaking on Capitol Hill on issues
You
like
know,
Russia,
to see
Iran,
that Steve Harvey and Trump
some of their statements
are going to be working together to help solve the problems
We want them to be
within
themselves, and
the
I
city
tell
of
them to be
Chicago,
themselves and
to
say what
see
they want to say.
that
Don't worry about me.
during the
Do the right thing, whatever it is. I may be
the
right,
hearings,
and they may be right.
the confirmational hearings for the Attorney General
I could have said do
to
this,
be
say that. I don't want
Sessions,
that. I want them all
and
to
everything is geared towards the senseless violence that's happening in the city of Chicago.
Thank you. Thank you. Say hello to Harvey.
One,
Repeal and
one has to wonder if finally what we all have been talking about is having the proper resources to do what's needed to turn the tide against senseless shootings and killings and violence within the city of Chicago. I want to be on record as saying this. I'm a true Democrat. I'm a firm supporter of Hillary Clinton and what she was talking about she wanted to do. I accept her apology behind what happened with the 1994 crime bill. But the fact of the matter is that Donald Trump is now our president. And when I see Jim Brown reach out to Donald Trump, when I see Steve Harvey reach out to Donald Trump, I intend to believe what Donald Trump said out of his mouth when he let everyone know that he really don't know what he's doing as the president, but at least he have enough sense to reach out or listen to someone who may know what to do to help turn the tide against senseless shootings and killings, not just in Chicago, but across the country. Before I get into the show, I want to let you know how you can reach United in Peace Inc., the people's alternative to anti-violence project. And it takes all of us, Community Resource Initiative. This is the Bradley Report. You can reach me on my webpage, the Bradley Report .unitedinpeaceinc.org, or you can email me at LAGATOR, the letter B as in boy, the number 4, and the word peace at yahoo.com. Phone number 312-371-6914. Today is Friday the 13th, but it's a good day. It's a good day because today the Department of Justice came down with their findings on the Chicago Police Department. It was a beautiful day because I was able to have breakfast with my wife at the interfaith breakfast that was had on behalf of Martin Luther King Day. And it's a beautiful day for all of us to come together, put all our animosity that we may have had towards one another on the back burner, and let's come to grips that we all can work together, united in peace, to help stop the violence. One of the things, I see I have a caller on the line. Caller, thank you for calling, and if you have a comment,
Yeah,
statement,
can you hear me?
share with me.
Okay. Now, Ron Emanuel and them and the people in Washington D.C. like the lady, things ain't gonna change. Everybody else, this guy named Joe always calls about he wants a body cam. They got him right.
All right,
Hello.
I'm trying to understand what,
Okay.
brother.
Okay. Now, when they asked for the body cam, the media and the other politicians asked for the body cam, they got him right. Now, since they got him, Now this guy in Alabama, now they gonna take the civil rights away. Now they should not complain because they know the police still doing this out thing out here, beating on African American and Mexican people and all that. And it ain't gonna never change. When Trump get in there, when Trump get in there, it's gonna be the same thing. And I ain't got nothing to say. The media's part of that. They always talk about gang related. What about police related? I don't hear the media saying nothing about the police related shooting and murder.
Let me share what I'm hearing what you're saying.
My name is James.
A confirmation hearing
Uh-huh.
that they was having on Sessions, and two of the issues that they brought to him, the couple of senators,
Yep.
and if you're gonna become the Attorney General, what are you gonna do about what's happening in Chicago with the senseless violence? And when they said senseless violence, shooting and killings, they were also speaking about police misconduct as well as black on black shooting, white on white shooting, Hispanic on Hispanic shooting, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
One of the things he said was that he wanted to build the morale up with the police department. And by doing that, he wanted to let it be known that he would have no problem prosecuting police officers that engage in misconduct, okay? And he also said that, and I want to put this out there for the young brothers in the community to realize that there's going to be a lot of attention being placed on individuals that's using them guns, shooting up the community. And there's laws already on the books where if the feds take the lead on it, an individual who has been arrested with a pistol and he get caught with a pistol again, they're going to give him they're going to make it a federal offense. And you, as well as myself, I don't know if you ever been locked up, but I know you heard it on the street, that when the feds take the gun cases, you're going to get anywhere from 6 to 15. I remember an attorney once saying, Johnny Carpenter once said that that's a case that even he can't defend. But I thank you for your call.
Okay, my name is James.
Have to pray, stay prayerful.
Okay. My name is James.
Brother James, I appreciate your call, brother.
Okay.
As I was saying, the confirmation hearing of the next Attorney General, which is going to be Sessions, I know he had a lot of racist tendencies in his background, but now the people are screaming for law and order. And just like Brother James spoke and brought an issue to the viewing audience dealing with, are they going to come at the police officers that's involved in senseless shootings and killings of unarmed men the same way that they're going to prosecute gang members that's shooting and killing unarmed men, women, and children? And I say, he say he's going to do it. And we as a people should hold him to that in order for it to be fairness in his prosecution. And one of the things that everyone have to understand and need to pay attention to, like I said early on, for Trump to reach out to Steve Harvey and to Brother Jim Brown to help deal with the situation of urban violence, the only difference I see, or the hope that I see in them talking, is that Jim Brown and Steve Harvey will be able to get the resources that they need from an individual who has the resources, who happens to be President-elect Donald Trump. One of the things that I believe is going to make a difference is that hopefully Jim Brown and Steve Harvey will reach to individuals such as myself, or Hal Baskin in Inglewood, or Brother Mark Carter in North Lawndale, other brothers and sisters that have programs that just need the resources. If we do that, it's going to make a dent in the senseless violence that's happening in the city of Chicago in particular. I believe if he do that, I believe that the violence would not be as high in 2017 as it was in 2016. And one of the things I'm putting out there to the viewing audience is that we need to keep everybody's feet to the fire, from the governor to the mayor to the Cook County commissioners to the aldermen, state reps and state senators. Right now, put y'all programs together that's community-based and community-driven, because you reached out to the community to get their concerns, and put that together and present it to the president-elect. You follow what I'm saying? To the mayor. Because it's time now for all of us to come together. Like I say, it takes all of us to work with a community resource initiative like United Peace Inc. There's other organizations that's out there. I'm not the only one. I'm just saying I'm one of the ones that was instrumental in working with elected officials, political leaders, religious leaders, business leaders in the 90s, and it helped brought down the violence in the city of Chicago in the 90s. And they say, I see I have another caller. Caller, could you give me your statement or question? And thank you for calling. And your name, too.
Yeah, this is Rashad. I was going to say, I think the police are going to bring down to stop the violence, all the initiatives they said they was going to take with, with the technology and everything. What do you think?
I didn't understand. You said what?
I think the police are going to slow the violence down this year because of all the initiatives they said they was going to use with the
all the different pieces of technology that they have? Yeah, hey, man, you're absolutely correct. They're going to use the technology. Case in point, when you see how the young rapper Soulja Boy got on the YouTube or the Facebook or the Instagram or whatever it was, and he threatened this young guy. And this young guy went to the police, and the police used that video to arrest him because he had already been arrested. And I believe he may have been on probation for a gun case. You follow me? Okay?
Yeah.
One of the things they're going to work towards and work with is that list that the superintendent keeps speaking about of 1,400 individuals who may be the one that do the shooting or who may be the victim of a shooting or a murder. When you hear the superintendent talk about this list every time there's a month where there's 60 or 70 shootings and 40 or 50 homicides or whatever the count may be, he made reference of that list, and he says the individuals who may have been shot or killed, 50% to 65% were individuals who were on that list. You see what I'm saying? So when you got an attorney general that's saying he's going to come in and he's going to target gun crimes, he's going to deal with that list. And I'm just sharing this for everyone to share it with someone, be it your brother, be it your cousin, be it your father, be it your uncle, is that if your name is on that list, you're going to be the first one that they're going to deal with. And my advice is, if you have received one of those letters, or the police have came and knocked on your door, you need to reach out to them to let them know that you want to be a part of the solution to bring down the violence. And I'm saying you got to do this because the 21st, they coming. And I thank you for calling and asking that question, because that's a question that needed to be asked from someone in your generation. And by you asking that question has let me know that you're a leader among your peers. Thank you.
Welcome.
I keep talking about Sessions and the the Justice Department coming down with their decision to let you know Sessions vows to target gun crime and boost cops' morale. Okay? We find exactly what he's saying. United States Attorney nominee Jeff Sessions vowed to step up prosecution of gun crimes to stop a surge of violent crime in Chicago and other cities. Said during the U.S. Senate confirmation hearing, Sessions also said police officers in Chicago and across the nation have been unfairly blamed for the acceptable actions of a few bad actors. So he's pretty much saying that he's going to prosecute those officers that's engaged in senseless violence as well. And I'm saying, we as voters, whether we voted for Hillary or voted for Trump, we all got to come together now because Trump is now the recognized leader, or going to be on the 20th, the recognized leader for the people of the United States. And we as a people have a right to let him know what it is that we expect of him instead of letting him just feel like he can do whatever he wants to do. So again, it's on us as a people to first share with our family members, because anyone that get caught shooting someone, they have laws on the books where they can charge you with a terrorist act. And anyone that's hiding an individual who may have shot someone or killed someone, they will be held accountable for their actions by aiding and assisting an individual who helped commit a terrorist act. It's called the RICO Act for those of us who have been in the correctional institution. All eyes are on Chicago. All eyes are on us as a people. And I'm asking every organization that's out there, be you a street organization, be you a church organization, be you a 501c3 organization within the city of Chicago, if you got a plan to help turn the tide against senseless shootings and killings, put that plan together with a budget, find some way to present it to the president, be through whomever. And I want to say, Brother Kubla Torre, who have been out there preaching American and was the one to introduce myself and others to Jim Brown in the 90s when we went around the country. I want to say, brother, I commend you for having the faith in your organization. And I'm willing to aid and assist you any way that I can, you and Jim Brown, with United Peace, Inc. And now that we have someone, because I know Jim Brown is no coward. I know Jim Brown going to go in there and say he needs these type of resources. So I'm saying to you, brother, reach out to your brother. And anyone that'd like to call in to the show, please call 312-738-1060. I'm just the host of the show. But the only way to make the most of the show is if you get involved and let me know what your concerns are, so we can let the world know what it is that we all can do, because it takes all of us to make this happen. You know, so I see where the Justice Department came out with their report about something that we all in Chicago knew, and that is that there's a problem with the Chicago Police Department. And I hope that the decisions that the Justice Department made and the task force, the Chicago task force that the mayor had put together, came with recommendations. I hope the mayor take those recommendations from those two different organizations and put it together with his plan to help change the culture within the Chicago Police Department. And one of the things he can do, because it's 2017, he need to come with that citizens committee that he was speaking about to help further his public safety initiative. And my thing is, I'm going to do everything within my power that's legal. I'm going to stay faithful in God and give him the glory. I'm going to stay true to doing everything that I can to help turn the tide against this senseless shootings and killings. And again, if you want to reach me, you want to reach United in Peace, you should call 312-371-6914. You can email lagator.b4peace@yahoo.com. I see there's a call on the line. Caller, could you give me your questions? Could you give me your comment? Could you give me your statement and your name?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm blessed, sir.
All right. They call me Pharaoh. My name is Terrence. So my question is this, very briefly, brother. You know I know you well, and you know me. My question is this: when you brought out the police and you spoke about the police, shouldn't we as a community push for individuals from our own community to police our people? Like when you go to Lake Forest, you got white policemen there. You don't have a lot of policemen killing their own people that they grew up with, went to school with, so on and so forth. Shouldn't it be that way in our own community? Because I see a lot of white policemen that's policing our community who don't really have a love.
You know, brother, hey, I put it this way. I agree with you, and I'm glad that you said that.
Okay.
I'm glad that you said that, because that was the topic that I was going to speak on next.
Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that to you. I'm sorry.
No. You're right on time with it. You know, it's where they're asking African Americans to be the change and apply by January 31st, 2017. Okay? Become a police officer. You follow what I'm saying? And we got you 100% correct. I'd rather have someone that I know to police my community than someone that I don't know. And brother, I thank you for the call. I got one more caller. Give me your question, because I'm about to wrap it up. Caller?
Yes, sir. Good evening. You know, could you answer a question for me, sir? They want to keep sanctioned cities in Chicago. I'm Mexican. I was born here.
You got to come on with your question, brother, because I got to wrap it up shortly.
Okay. I was very proud to serve in the service in Vietnam. But you know what gets me? He wants to give about $400,000 to keep the sanctioned cities going. Why isn't he worried about the people in the streets? Get the cameras for the police so everybody knows exactly what's going on.
My thing is this, brother. Just like I shared with the caller before you, we all got good suggestions. We need to incorporate them with what the mayor's trying to do to let him know that we got a right to do. You got a good suggestion. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was mentioning what Jim Brown is doing, and then I'm seeing what Steve Harvey is doing. So now we got vehicles to take those concerns with. You know, it's one thing I love about this show. When you get into it, it's time for you to wrap it up. So again, I want to say to God be the glory. I appreciate the callers that took the time to call in, because your opinion is just as much important as mine. So again, brothers, if you want to reach United in Peace Inc., you can call me at 312-371-6914. The email address is lagatorb4peace@yahoo.com. And my webpage is the Bradley Report, United in Peace, inc.org. And hey, it takes all of us, not just me, not just you, not just Trump. It take all of us, and we all can't do it if we don't give God the glory. Thank you.